Hello, everyone, and welcome to the end of our second act of Stewards War, the Stewards War to be precise. With that in mind, hello, I am Chris, and I will be your GM for these preceding evenings before I get into all the good stuff about content warnings, all of that. We have a cast here, so let's see what they're all about first. So, first and foremost, introduce yourself and who you're playing.
I always forget that I go first because it's listed on it's over on my scenes. It's listed as Zoe goes first, so I'm always like, okay, I'm second, and then it's never that. Hi everyone, my name's C. I use they them pronouns, and you can find me making very trans, very gay art on the internet. C plays RPG. Tonight, I'm playing Ajax, who uses any all pronouns, who's big and really mad, and is also a dragon. And I'm gonna pass it now over to Zoe.
Oh, it's me. I'm usually last, but it's okay. It doesn't matter because tonight I'm playing Scovio Nyakachi, the beautiful blade, and one that's really mad at like 3 people. It's like once those 3 people are gone, don't ask me what's about to happen. I immediately forgot when I was 7. I was 7, but I'm not tired because it's steward time. It's time to be stewards. This was a stewards war all along. And I'm going to pass it to Vinvox VA.
What are we? Some sort of stew? I can't do that again. Hi guys, I'm Vin at VinVoxVA on all the socials except Blue Sky. That is Vinvox.com, and I'll be playing Taika, who hasn't done a single thing wrong.
Yet.
No.
Your Honor, I would like to debate that by going next. Hello, my name is Chris, and I am the GM for these preceding evenings. You can find me on the internet VO_Cologne or VO Cologne, depending on where you are. But for the most part, before we get into all this great stuff here, a bit of content warnings in case you missed them. You can type them in the chat, !WarCW, to catch all the content warnings for this series and episode in particular. But in case you missed it, the content warnings for this episode include fantasy and gun violence, gore, trauma, fire, blood, grief, familiar struggles, severe weather, romance and references to sexual entanglements, monsters and monstrosities, references to child loss, imperialism, ableism, classism, depictions of experimentation, war, and imprisonment. If any of this does not float your boat, there's a plethora of wonderful content out there for you to enjoy. Also, if you want to follow me or any of these lovely folks I have with me, !Warcast, and you can find where you can find them on the Blue Skies, Twitters, and everywhere else. But with that in mind and everything out the way, I think it is time for us to get to that intro, so we'll see you soon, and we'll be right back. With that, rushing through, we find ourselves following a group of horses as they are rushing through the past. They have been riding hard since the night. Tired to a point, but still adrenaline being the only source of energy that they really have as they are pushing themselves further and further to their goals. One by one here, I just want to get the mindset of everybody. Starting off with you, Ajax, as you are rushing through, Emperor in the front, your companions on the side. How are you feeling as you're rushing towards possibly where Thala is?
There is no greater pleasure for a dog than to hunt, to chase, and to get its prey between its teeth. And Ajax just had the rabbit ripped out. But even still, there's something that they savor about it. There's something they savor about the chase. Because in a way, it feels good, and they are hungry for it. So they are riding hard and fast at the front of the pack, probably alongside whoever else is up there. And there's a frightening little glee in the back of their mind. Because whatever it is that they've been waiting for, that they've been trudging their feet through the snow, through this fucking war this entire time, the real game, the real pleasure of it starts now. Starts here, when they can finally sink their teeth into the thing that they've been chasing for so long. And they can taste it in the breeze.
As the camera moves over, looking over to you, Skovia, how are you feeling, knowing that the ones who betrayed you are inching closer and closer?
Jumbled, mixed up, very, very confused. Skovia has never had to kill a friend. Well, Skovia hasn't really had friends to kill. So it is interesting. Rage pulls one side of the heart while something tender and soft and wounded pulls the other. She doesn't know what she'll do when they meet, but he knows that he'll make a choice.
As you turn the corner, falling onto now a bridge. Last member here, Taika, how are you feeling in this instance?
Taika is split. They're extremely tired. They wish they could just go back home, possibly curl under some blankets and pretend this was all a bad dream, but they have a monster to kill with his brother's face. And what has to be done has to be done.
As you guys make your way through at this point, maybe early morning is starting to break out, as it's sort of that in-between of the night twilight and the morning. You continue before you find yourselves stopping and halting as the Emperor, also known to you as Mira, stops over a cliffside. As you see Daros is on the other side and Anor close by. Daros goes, "What is it?" The Emperor itself no longer that humble healer you saw before. There is a difference in change of demeanor, but also you can see they are now wearing their ever so famous golden mask, which hides any sort of emotion or tell that you could give before. And at this point, you see they point towards the city, and you hear sort of like a low echo come off of it. There, the city. And as they point, you can see that the city is just a little ways off, but unfortunately, the plan that was being enacted is currently in progress. As you see that Coldware's Pass, the city, has sort of two gates. The gate that leads from the river into the city, and then one leading out, like a Suez Canal kind of deal. But you can see that the exit of this canal is closed off, and you can see that on the other side of the city, there are a bunch of Imperial ships that are like fighting at the moment, as they seem really stuck in and are in the midst of this trap being sprung. You see, Darrell's comes. Damn. The Emperor. No matter. We need a plan.
We know their plan already, don't we? And Ajax looks sideways at Taika.
Unfortunately.
And unfortunately, we already came up with the solution to that.
With that, they gotta go. We'll deal with whoever that is first, but first, my children. I can feel them as you see an energy come off of them. But I do not know how to navigate into the city. Find our children, then we'll deal with whatever this plan is. Nero on the side kind of goes, I don't think you need that many people, so I'll go out to the dam and scout it out. Maybe I can see where everything is.
Don't get caught.
Doris goes, I'll follow suit. You stay safe. The both of you. Looks over to Mira and looks over to you, Scovia. And with that, Mira goes, I follow your lead. Where are we going?
Where do you feel it? Can you pinpoint it yet? Or do we need to get closer?
With that, they extend their hand out. And I shall roll right quick for them.
Oh.
Ba-do-boo-boo,
Nice.
Sick.
Radical. With that, you see that they immediately extend their hand outward and almost using their hand as a compass, they point in a direction that is familiar to most of you as they point to almost like the lower entrance of the Imperial Palace. So where you interrogated Daka is where they're being held.
We can get in
Pretty
there.
fucked up.
Doesn't matter. Keep a good head on. Do you know how to get there?
Of course.
Scovia, you lived here longest. You take lead.
Yeah. And there's a bitterness in.
I think this is a bit interesting here.
Oh, no.
I got an option for you, Scovia, here, and for everyone. If you want to take a lead and you lived here, either you can roll stealth for advantage, but that's for the entire party, or
Oh, yeah.
you can divvy it up and everybody
No,
just roll
no,
straight.
I'll do it. No,
You do an
it.
advantage? Okay. You're
It's
going
all
to take that
you.
responsibility? You're going to take
Take
that
the advantage.
responsibility?
It's, people have been turning Scovia into dice bag. People have been turning Scovia into the leader of this party, and by people I mean the narrative. So might as well do it this one time.
So stealth with advantage would be so kind.
And thankfully, I can't roll lower than a 10. So let's hope that I roll higher than a 10. I rolled higher than a 10. It's an 11. 11 plus,
Oh,
not
yeah,
total.
ooh.
Not total. That's so fun.
Yeah, come on, Rogue. Add your bonus. Add your stealth bonuses.
Add your bonuses. Add your
2.
bonuses. That is going to be a soft 20.
Soft 20. At the moment, you're able to navigate. Primarily, you go in from the same way you escaped, because those were kind of secret tunnels that you found in order to get in. So with that in mind, you immediately go through the back entrance, and as you sort of get close to the point in which you're going to have to get up, you kind of begin to lift the sewer, almost like grate, that's still kind of in the open street, but is as close as you can get to the sort of palace that is here, or the castle where it is. As you all begin to sort of get out, with that mirror kind of begins to extend. Yes, we'll have to get inside. But we do have problems, yes.
What is it?
You see, she points to what looks like to be watchtowers, where there's just bells on top of them, where there's just two guys that are kind of watching off. You do notice this would have been a hell of a lot worse if this battle didn't go on, because the streets are for the most part empty, and anybody that does see you coming out isn't saying shit, given the presence you provide, and there's not a lot of you, so it's like, how much harm can they really do? But at the moment, there are two guards here that are at bell towers that if they ring this thing, people may come back.
So either the bell tower or take out the guards. Two things.
So we got two bad boys here. What do we want to do?
Kill them? That's what we do best. Take one down and take the other out.
So are you going to get closer, or are you just from here?
How
question.
far away is the bell tower? I mean, rogues move fast, so.
It's probably 60 feet.
Oh, yeah, I could sprint that twice.
Or you got to go vertical up, so that's the other thing. Like 60 feet just to get to the like bottom of the tower. If you want to go up, it's like maybe 30 more.
Wait, she can't run up the wall?
Can't run up the I can do
Run
I
up
can
the
do
wall.
anything.
Fine, you can run up the wall.
Fuck
You
yeah,
can run up
I'm
the wall.
climbing that wall and I'm stabbing two folks.
All right, so cast a. Is you gonna do both?
I mean, kind of have to.
No, I have to.
These two.
It's up to you. All right. So
I'll at least do one. So they're just both of them up there.
there's two separate towers. That's what I'm saying. Because there's one tower, one guy, one tower,
okay.
another person. So.
Yeah, I mean, if Mira
I can take the other
out
one.
no, literally. We just need the bells not to ring.
Fantastic. So you're going in that direction. What about you, Scovia? What are you? I mean, not Scovia. Ajax. What are you doing?
Ajax is also, they see Scobia going for one tower, they immediately turn, they know what their job is in this kind of situation. So they go for the other tower, and they, if we're climbing up the outside, they're using their claws to like climb up the outside.
That's sexy.
Fantastic. Acrobatics for you, Scovia. For you, Ajax, athletics.
God, that's good.
So let's see what you get here.
You say acrobatics for me?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
You're wall running unless you get an athletic.
Oh no! That's
no,
fine.
no, we can do athletics.
The dex-based check is perfect for me.
How's a 27 for you, Chris?
Fantastic.
25.
With that, you begin to immediately cast and you'll roll one up as you see HX. You see this feat of athleticism, of just dexterity, as they're just running up as you just. How are you guys taking care of these guards here as you sort of are getting behind them before they can really react?
Turbo crit stealth attack that I never get to use.
So you just got a knife from him, or what you gonna do?
Yeah.
What you gonna do this way? Fantastic! You cut straight through him, Ajax.
Ajax comes up behind him. Watch out, you might fall. Push him over the edge of the tower.
No! As you just, as he lands on one of the spikes. What's that?
Oof. Damn.
Yeah, I think you're like,
Ugh.
nothing left. But with that, you guys make your way open through. At this point, not a lot of people here, but at this point, you get into the interior. It still is being used, even though that once before, it was being used by a bunch of people. It kind of looked nice, but it is more like a burned out shell at this point. But it's still being used in some process. And as you guys are kind of sneaking in, you notice that one of the individuals that's kind of coming across doesn't really notice you, is Lenora, who's kind of just going, "Great, fantastic. How's the battle going?" One of the soldiers, "It's going well, my liege. We have trapped them within the interior of the canal. The explosive should be temporarily set and ready to detonate soon." Good. Tell Hone. Double the process, make it quick. We don't have much time before they find a way through that fucking gate. At once. As Lenora goes off on their own. My question here, individuals. You do notice the way you gotta go is down, but Lenora is upstairs. Is anybody gonna stay on mission, or are we gonna go for a little side objective here?
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
freaks.
stay on objection.
Oh,
I'm gonna stay unless I'm called to help. But
just
Are
saying.
you
Ajax
sure?
just
Because I feel like Taika and the Emperor got it. Like, if y'all want to have your little side, I'm fine with that.
listen. If you want to take your attack dog with you to go kill your enemy, Scovia.
I think, because how else is she going to go down? We don't want her causing a problem later.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Chris, you knew this was going to happen. You did.
No, I'm just presenting you with an option. You don't have to-
No. Yeah, an option that you forged.
Good. Do not do a good mission without taking all of the sides. No loose ends.
We gotta find all the chests.
Yeah. Let's see if we can do.
Yeah, and the treasure too.
Let's see if we can jump her like real quickly, real good. She's like a mage, probably.
So for my purposes here, who's going upstairs? Who's going downstairs?
Scovia.
Scovia upstairs. Ajax, you're going
She's
upstairs.
upstairs.
Fantastic. Taika, you going down?
Mhm.
That's a great way of doing that. Going downstairs. And I think Mira's also going to follow you downstairs. So with that, you begin to separate. I'm going to go for purposes of funsies here. We go up. Stuff checks from the both of you, please.
$12.
Natural 20.
Oh, you lucky bastards. Laura looks behind them, concerned. With that, you at this point, not a lot of people here, but also it's very dark and not really lit, especially in the corridors that they begin to go down. And at this point, you see that they are going into the interior of the castle, into an area you're not too familiar with, as this is more of where the family itself stays, rather than the guest, in which whoever would come stays. So it is relatively a new area, but you do see Lenore at a quick pace walking down at this point, holding a candlelight, but the shadows are with you. And at this point, you see them look in the hallway, side to side. And then with that, enter into a nearby room and close it.
Ajax just gives Scovia a sidelong look.
All of the hesitancy that was in Scovia's body has left. There's a look in his eyes that is almost similar to that trained dog that Jax gets, but when you parse it, you realize it is focus. Animal ready to hunt. A snake ready to strike. I want to go silent.
Alone or with Ajax?
I want Ajax. I don't have complete faith in Ajax's ability to get in here while I stab. So I say, count to 12 and come.
All right. I'll count to 22.
Good dog.
And with that, you enter in. Ajax, you begin counting. At this point, you see Lenore is in a bit of a weird room in terms of the bed here is smaller than them. It's not necessarily, it's kind of a weird in terms of like, not necessarily a size bed for them, but there is a number of stuff here, a couple paintings, wardrobe and whatnot. But primarily you see at the moment they're picking up stuff in the corner and putting it away tidily, as they are still nervous themselves but have not noticed anything yet.
I survey the room. It seems to be chopped. It's new. But I come here to do a job. And I always do my job perfectly. Without her. I stand over her. Well, stealth, but I go up behind her, stand, watch, think. As I pull out that dagger made for Hone, and I think, time to end a bloodline. I would like to use my ability known as Ambush.
What does that do? I'm scared. What does that do?
Basically, during the first round of combat on the first attack roll, if I made against a creature, in addition, if they're surprised, it's an automatic crit. So I guess the thing that I want to do is I want to sneak up and a stab.
Yeah. So I don't think you have to worry too much about like combat habit here. If you're stab, you're able to commit your thing. So roll for it.
Roll a hit.
Yep.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna make one luck check for them real quick. I'm gonna go even. Nope. Okay.
Nope. You can't just say no.
No, they didn't make it, so they're fine.
No, yeah,
you're fine. They're not.
I think it is. Let's see. I'm using a special knife, so what normally is a +9, it's a +11. 25.
Lovely, lovely. 25. With that, how do you plunge your dagger into Lenora's body?
In the most beautiful place. The back. Symbolizing the backstabbing asshole that's in front of me.
With that. As they fall to the ground, you see in their hand they had a number of what looked like to be toys. As he sort of falls, blood spills onto them. As you see, it begins to seep into the carpet. As they kind of look back as they're trying to...
Oh, dear. As I crouch down, I leave the knife back. My rapier from my chest. Oh, dear. I guess it was all for the sake of, a future generation. For a kid, some loved one, some fucked up idea of victory. But when you betray a friend, you're gonna find that end up just like your fucking house.
Cove. No, please, no.
Don't call me fucking Cove. It's Scovia Onyekachi to you. Matter of fact, call me whatever you want right now. What are your last words?
Let him live.
No. And then I stab her.
I'm gonna make a quick check here. For some...
Yeah. Because it's gonna be something sad.
You don't notice anything. At this point, Ajax, your time goes up, so you can walk in and you kind of see.
The door creaks open. Gave you the extra 2 seconds to savor it, but we need to go now before someone finds us.
There is one tear down. Yeah. As she rips the knife out of the back, cleans it up, puts it in the holster, and throws the as if it was going to the ground, and it ends up on her back. Apparently she had a kid.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Don't think about it too hard. Let's go.
We skedaddle.
Fantastic. You skedaddle at this point. Some time is going down, so we will cut downstairs. At this point, you, Taika, are going down the steps as you feel the cold embrace of this place. Once more, there is sort of those cold cells. You can see that, especially after the fight that happened, there are more cracks in the interior, providing more of just cold air. while it was once maybe bearable, this is like almost like if you were left outside in the cold, which is pretty harsh. As you go down, you see there are a number of soldiers here, a number of commanders, intelligence people, anybody who was serving during the attack that managed to survive was imprisoned here. As you see their solemn faces looking about. At this point, Mira is looking around, feeling their way through. And at this point, you notice something. All the individuals except for yourself are almost at awe, at gaze, allured even, at the Emperor's presence. And you see those who had very little strength within themselves almost get reinvigorated by the pure warmth that the Emperor provides. And you can see in this moment, just from yourself, the power of faith. What do you think about that?
It's interesting, to say the least. Concerning. A placebo at best, but he's not going to say that.
With that, going around the corner, you see they get to one of the nearby sections of the walls, and at this point you see their two kids, the teens themselves, in the corner get elated in joy as you see Irma and Ophelia. Mom! Is that you? And with that, Taika, can you open this? I'd rather not use my magic.
And of course at once. And what would that roll be?
Tinker tools. If you, depending on how do you want to break this, either you could try to find the keys, you can try to break the door down. I'll leave it up to you.
Ooh, I guess I will look for the keys first.
All right, perception check, please.
Hey, would it be funny if I couldn't find my perception on this sheet? That wouldn't be like so peak irony.
I can't see. I'm blind.
You guys.
This is either really bad or really good.
You would not believe what I just rolled.
I swear to God, if you say natural 1.
Even better. A 6.
In total, or a 6 to the die?
No, that's a 2 plus 4.
Oh. You try.
We're so lucky we're coming down there in 20 seconds.
Looking for the keys, not really able to find it at this point. And I think as you're going through looking, you're trying to turn the corner to see maybe I can find something in the next room. And as you open it up, you see there's a number of guards that just go, And this is an awkward silence between you and them as the doors open.
I would like to shut the door.
I swear to God, if an alarm goes off.
You close the door. Immediately as you close it, you see they bust it down open as they should have. At this point, you are prone, struggling with this individual. I think they're going to make an attack on you. Let's see what they get. They get advantage here. If I can roll, thank you very much. Oh, I did too many dice. All right. Does a 21 hit?
Does a 21 hit? Yes, it does hit.
Okay. Fantastic. You are taking 10 points of damage. As you see, one of them pulls out what looks like to be one of their short blades and immediately swipe at you. But as they're going on you at the moment, you see Mira goes over, touches his head, and immediately as they do, energy begins to ripple off as they begin to, and you'll see this person's soul almost like after images grasp into the Emperor's hands before they toss it to the side as it sort of splooshes almost like slime on the side as this person just kneels over as the rest of the guards are just, holy crap. Mira's gonna make a quick intimidate. Oh yes. With that, you see Mira look over, not even looking them, giving them the respect of looking them in the eye and go, "You should run." And they drop their weapons. I think at this point, Ajax and Scovia, you hear a number of guards coming, but as you prepare yourself, you see they just immediately push you to the side and immediately begin to just run up the stairs.
Make sure you don't tell anyone about this, or else.
Taika's gotten scarier, right?
I think it was a mirror, but let's hope.
All right.
Fantastic. At this point, I will say for funsies, you see the keys at your footsteps, Ajax, as you see, like, maybe we should use these and just pick them up. And at this point, you see Mira sort of helping up Taika from the ground up.
Looking for something?
Oh, it's not convenient. Thank you.
They toss the keys over to Taika.
They do the key thing.
Opens it up, and with that, you see the two children immediately fling into their mom's arms as you see they give a very deep hug. I'm glad you're safe. It's no problem, we had it. I thought we were going to escape. I mean, I had a plan. Just shut up and just accept the hug. As you see they immediately start squabbling once more. Okay. You two, I'm guessing you know the way out? She goes, yes, I did hypothetically calculate a route that would be the best. Yes, honey, I understand you're very smart. Find a horse, leave with your sibling as far away as you can. What about you? I have business to deal with. Okay. And you see they look over to you. Thanks. As they proceed to run down the hall. Is this what my empire has gone to, imprisoning children?
They're not your empire anymore. That's the point of this fucking war.
I should fix that. And they grab the keys from your hand, crush it in their arms, and almost like these will of wisps begin to come out and go into the nearby locks and begin to...
Convenient. Think you can teach me how to do that?
With time, maybe. And with that, the other soldiers kind of come out. Hey, Scovia, is that you? Holy crap.
What's up, boys?
Where's the Colwells, Lenore, and Hone?
Are they asking that in like a revenge way or like a they don't know what's going on way?
They're like, what's going on way? 'Cause
okay.
They don't really know what happened. They know that they got imprisoned. They heard stuff, but they didn't see anything definitive.
Lenore is dead. Hone is a traitor. They're on the side of the dragons now.
So pretty big accusations. Do you have proof?
Oh, it's not accusations. I almost died because of it.
Why do you think that you're
outside.
locked up in Caldwell's Pass?
I don't know, appeasement? Or something, I don't know, they surrendered, spared our lives. We don't...
Take a look outside for the first time in days, and you will see the Caldwell sailors attacking the Imperial fleet. Do you need any other proof?
One of the older gentlemen, all right, look! Look out the window. Sons of bitches. How can we help?
If you all are still loyal to the Empire, then you will help us. We're going to be doing work to disable some unsavory bombs to stop this place from being flooded. Well, not this place.
I think maybe a group of us can come up with you. The rest of us, maybe can block the exit and stop any reinforcements from getting there.
Yeah, I think holding this fort would actually be really good.
Take it over if you can, and cause hell if you can't. Whether or not the bombs go off, there's still that battle happening in the harbor, so give any and all help that you can from here. Use the turrets on the wall. Destroy their ships.
What about Dea?
Leave Thea to me.
You see Mira looks over to you. No. You have your own battle. I shall hold off the dragon.
A puff of steam comes out of Ajax's nose and melts some of the frost rhyming the wall. But they turn and they do not talk back to the Emperor.
The rest of you, follow your Emperor once more, and you will be given gold and passage to your afterlives in splendor. To me! And you see this just ravenous as they go upstairs. At this point, you guys make your way back up the stairs. As you see, they begin to go into the interior of the city, prepare that offense there to help relieve the army, while you do have maybe a small number of men, maybe about 10, on your side. And at this point, as you're here, you hear a coming from the far corner as you see just in the far distance. I'll say Ajax, really you, just because of your eyesight. You can see a piece of the dam, particularly one of the mounted, carved-in faces that is spewing out water, currently just crumbles and falls to the ground.
We need to hurry.
Yeah. Where are our targets?
Dead
You
ahead.
see one. Excuse me. I think I do have something to help you. We set this up at the time before we got attacked here. Taika, I think I could use your help with the calibrations of it. It should teleport you right quick over to the dam.
Of course, yeah. Come on, let's go.
Tinker's tools check for me, please. As you see, there's one of these nearby devices of teleporter that they kind of were setting up but didn't really finish.
Yellow, okay. So what am I adding for that proficiency?
Intelligence.
All right. Big money, no whammies. Oh, that's a 21.
Woo!
Nice.
With that, you see the guy go, maybe if I take this wire and you're doing it all wrong, and at the point you have to kind of push him to the side. With that, taking wires, putting into the core, and with that, you guys begin to see as it opens up like a rift in between. At first it tears, and then you see like glass, it shatters inwards. As you can see the dam on the other side. Probably the entrance, or as close as you can get.
Very sexy of you.
Nice. Let's go.
Said we have 10 men.
About 10, yeah.
Yeah. I look to them and I say, to any of you that move in stealth, you can follow me. If none of you do, follow Taika.
Remus, Jacob, stealth. The rest of you, with the dragon. You see, hi! Grab their stuff. Who's going in the portal first? I'm just very curious.
I'm halfway through already.
Fantastic. Halfway through. Who's next?
I move in silence, G.
Okay, I guess so. Next.
Fantastic. And then last is Govia, just for my knowledge here. Fantastic.
Indeed.
So, with that in mind, as I'm setting myself up here, you all proceed to head towards the dam. As you going through, shifting this here, sorry. As you all go through, you see this massive, maybe 120 foot tall dam made out of pure alabaster stone that shines ever so greatly to everything above. The water behind the dam, you see, is frozen, but that does not mean that the liquid inside is. As you see, it still moves and flows through. And water is still spewing out that is ever so cold. At the moment, you are trying to look for the thing that you should be looking out for, and you do see only one on the outside. As you see, probably the one closest to you right now, that one right there, is almost like installed into it, and you see what is an intricate greenish purplish vial of this liquid that's sort of shimmering and shining, and with that you can see there's a timer that's going. What are you guys doing in this instance?
All right, Taika, how do we disable these things? Just rip them apart, or am I gonna get one exploded in my fucking face if I do?
Well, at least you're smart enough to recognize the latter. Just give me some time, okay?
Okay.
Fantastic. I'm not going to make this roll initiative yet. I'll give you this one first freebie here for you trying to learn what this is here, Taika. But you are going to have to... This is kind of dangerous, so if you're going to go to this is probably going to be athletics check to sort of like balance yourself.
Ooh.
If you have a better... what you call it, acrobatics, fantastic. But what were you going to say, Ajax here?
Could I do for gay reasons and for normal? I don't know. Complex. What's it called? I'm having a bad day with my words. Can I throw Taika over my shoulder and I'll make the athletics check to get him and like just like
yes,
right, bam, like right in. Like, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I love how you put gays in case if I say no, I get labeled.
Yeah, you'd be homophobic to say no.
Exactly.
No. Fantastic. You can do it. It's just if we both fall, you're both falling. So if you be so kind, make athletic checks for me, please.
Here. Yeah, baby. All right. That is a 14 plus 9.
14 plus 9. With that, you grab on being manhandled at this point, Taika, and whew, using only like bending your legs, you jump on one claw onto the nearest part, still giving Taika the room they need to sort of mess with this bomb. So, with that, in this point here, Taika, what are you doing as you find yourself at the precipice of this device that is ticking down ever so slowly?
Just a quick run around and analysis, possibly.
Fantastic. Arcana, straight up, if you're not going to do anything yet.
Okay, that'll be fine. Okay.
I believe in
An
you.
analysis.
An analysis? That was a 13.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
13. Not too complicated. You understand, looking at this is this is sort of like they're timed or it's like in sync. So you can assume there are others. But in terms of disabling, it's kind of a free ball. You probably could get inside of it and try to cut wires. You could probably throw it, but you don't know exactly what would happen if it hits ground. You know, this thing from your previous knowledge is meant to be acidic in nature and just eat away at whatever material it finds. You don't know what will happen if that hits water or if it hits some other solid mass. You don't necessarily know the consequences of that. Right now, the only thing you know is this is a bomb, it's synced to other bombs, and that the way that you know academically is to try to get inside and snip some wires.
I'm actually going to play Tales of the Valiant and look at my different augments
Okay.
as the mechanist.
As you go Jimmy Neutron.
Got a blast!
Think!
Think! Brain blast! I have elusive of... Well, no, I don't want to use elusive. There's one I could do to make something small. Yeah, collapsible. Can I make the bomb small?
Do you have to roll anything with that, or what does that say there for your augment?
Let me see.
If it doesn't say anything, I'll make something up on the fly here, but if it does, let me know.
I have a whole save, and
Okay.
I guess it's
Does it have to save, or is it you rolling to like attack it?
I have a augment save DC.
Okay, what is it?
God, you have to make me do math during this fucking game.
God.
It's probably intelligence
Roll
plus
the
your
4.
proficiency.
Yeah,
so-
it is. It's 14.
14? Okay. So what did I get? I got a 4.
four.
Okay.
Let's
I don't know why I
go.
even
It
asked
didn't matter.
for you to do math. This is why I don't play games that make me roll. With that, you look at it. You think you're not too confident. So the best thing is to put it away. And at this point, you pull out one of your various gadgets. And how are you miniaturizing this in a sense, I guess?
It is equal parts like science and magic. I think runes are being scrawled across like the shape of the item and like pulling wires and cords and whatnot until like it is starting to visibly get smaller, smaller, and smaller with this like repetition.
Gotcha. Now my question is, does it get small enough like it's kind of very like it's just small, or is it like God in the sense of like it's really really like in a dimensional plane small?
Now imagine like it's a small like a
Okay.
jawbreaker or something.
So, and with that you're able to just really just pull it out. You do know though that it's still the same material. So even though you're able to easily take it out, if it touches something solid, it will eat still. But it's a little bit more manageable of keeping away. So it's a little bit easier
Okay.
to keep it away.
Ziploc
So keep that in mind. But with that, I will say for the moment,
What do you dweebs want it? I see you making faces. Okay.
bag. Yeah, give it to
I
me.
want it. I know exactly what I'm gonna do with that.
That sucks.
All right. Yeah, I think they see like the gleam in Ajax's
I
eye.
don't want it.
You are up to something devious, and I think you should enjoy it. It's like offers it very casually.
Ajax takes it, and they go, "You know what I like about you, Taika?" And they're like holding onto the wall, like sweating a little bit. The wind is going. They're like growling against it.
Mhm.
Is that you just made a big bomb, a small bomb. Let's go. And they start like climbing back up to the top of the dam.
Gotcha. With that, you start climbing your way back up. At this instance, climbing up, still in that same space there, you see the rest of the soldiers go, okay, that's one bomb down, but what about the others? Do you know exactly how many there are?
Do we?
Do we? I don't think we do.
I don't think
You
we have
really
that
don't.
Yeah, we
Not
don't.
unless if somebody really wants to. It's a luck check, really, at that point. Of like,
Sure,
if you
I'll-
remember,
Yeah,
who
yeah,
wants to
yeah.
take the shot here?
Not me.
I guess me.
You take it against Goya, even or odd.
Oh my god, I guess you.
Okay.
I got an 18.
I got.
Oh,
I was
you
rolling.
rolled.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Hate me
it's
so
a
bad.
3. So with that, you don't know. It's not in the trillions of like it's all over the place, but you know it's not just one.
Maybe 10.
Maybe somewhere between.
Doesn't matter how many there are, just go and fucking find them all. And Ajax holds up the little thing. This, but maybe 6 times as large, yeah? Don't miss them.
Should we split up on our own, or should we accompany you?
I think we are gonna need them. I think we're going to need the like pinpoints. So split up on your own and call each other.
Call when you find something.
My cousin! All right, men, into the fray! And with that, they begin to enter into the tunnel itself. Are you guys following suit?
Sure.
Question
I don't know
here.
what the fuck Hone is.
There are 3 entrances here in which you can enter in. You got the one that is closest to you right now, which is all the way on like the right side. You got a middle, and then you got the left. So which entrance do you want to go into?
I'm thinking that Ajax, since they're pretty big and can move pretty far and pretty fast, they're gonna start like gunning it for the farthest entrance to get in like on the other side, and it's like, meet you in the middle and don't fucking die.
I'll take the middle since I fear for Taika's well-being. You get the easy one.
Oh.
It's right here.
Great, thanks. Really appreciate it.
All right. And with that, you all begin to go into the dam itself. As you enter, it's a bit unsettling. Going in, it is tight. I think the tightest is for You motherfuckers. The tight, the compressed corridor that you enter in. That's very scary. As you go in, you see there is like a number of pipes that are sort of intertwining. They're giving these noises off of just hissing and off of it. And there is very few lights in between. You get stretches of dark and light. Almost like stripes. And there's the occasional puff that gets in your face. You hear the soldiers themselves are shouting, and there's a little bit of an echo that follows suit. Primarily you get, I see nothing! Still looking! I haven't seen anything yet! As they're going through. For my other 3 here, perception checks, please.
Unnatural 20.
Funky.
I'm a surprise.
I got a
Very
15.
nice. 15, fantastic.
16.
16 is also fantastic as well. So, with that, Ajax, you going on, you see there is the nearest one that is right here. So, this bad boy right there, that's directly in front of you. As you're going through, you get to one of the nearby sections where it's almost like a T in terms of like you're coming in from the sort of long point here, where there's a hallway here and here, and you see latched along that sort of intersection one of the nearby bombs. Scovia, you got a 15, you said?
Yeah.
And then Tycho, you said 14 or is it 16?
16.
16, okay. For you, Scovia, you're not too sure. You are kind of continuing downward a little bit as you're trying to find this thing, but don't see anything of note yet. You, Taika, going in the opposite direction, go up rather than down into the interior. So you're a little bit still closer. You can see sort of the breeze and the battle and everything. But you do see there is a bomb in one of the nearby, almost, what would you say? Like filtration in terms of like where it's processing a large vast of waters. So in case of this thing would blow up, water would just immediately start pouring on everybody. It'll make it difficult to walk around. So you do notice you're maybe at a little bit of an important one here. For you, Ajax, the one you see that's kind of near you, just primarily would kind of blow that section away so nobody could really walk in there. So you can see that these bombs are placed in certain sections in which it will make your life harder in here if something was to go wrong. But with that in mind, you get a quick second here. So I'm going to say at this point, I'm going to roll initiative if you'd be so kind. So please, folks, let me get them sweet, sweet initiatives.
I have advantage on initiative, but I only rolled a 13.
A 13. Fantastic.
Fuck is my initiative?
I rolled a rock.
I rolled a
What
rock.
the fuck is a rock?
A 9. In this context.
Gotcha.
I'm sick nasty at initiative.
What did you get, Scovia?
Looking at my abilities. I don't know what initiative is. I feel like it's like a plus whatever. Oh, plus 5 initiative. 18.
Gotcha. As I'm just going through here, making sure everybody gets in here. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. That's why I couldn't get you. All right. Sorry, I'm just adding you in. If you be so kind, for my lovely ones who did find the bomb, what are you doing with this thing? How are you going to disable it?
All Ajax knows is that they need to get it off the dam.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they see it, they look, and they didn't really know or understand what Taika was doing when it was diffusing the first one and making it really tiny. So it's like it's attached to the wall somehow, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna like kind of grab like right above it and lean in, and I want to try to use some of my like hot breath weapon to melt whatever like attachment, not necessarily the bomb itself, but whatever is attaching it to the wall.
I gotcha. Trying to think here. There's two ways we can go about this.
Mhm.
Either we make this a straight intelligence check to see if you're able to sort of finagle it,
Uh-huh.
or the other thing we could do is a sort of investigation check to see if you can kind of figure out maybe where's the best place is to maybe do this.
I can't intimidate it off the wall?
I don't think you can intimidate a bomb off the wall. I'd be pretty surprised if you could.
All right, I guess we'll go with investigate. They're both the same. They're both intelligence, and I've got a +0, so I'll just roll to see if I can see where it's gonna come off.
Gotcha.
Okay. It has a 19 on the die +0.
19 on the die. So with that, you're able to almost like acting as like a blowtorch as you sort of cutting out a section here. Taika, what are you doing before we start our initiative here?
They're going to actually diffuse it or like get it removed the smart way.
Gotcha.
That's
So the
bullshit.
tinker tools, or what are we doing?
Yeah.
All right, tinker away.
Ready.
Tinker.
I'm about to take my dice to church. They heard me. That was an 11.
Fantastic.
Come on.
11. You begin to open it. You're at this point using a screwdriver to sort of unlock the chassis. But as we're doing this, you begin to hear, "Dear brother, you surely can't be serious right now." As you don't know where it's coming from. You just hear echoes and you look to your corners. You're in like a long hallway to the side and there's nothing but smoke.
We both have our jobs to do. You come to finish the job or what?
Job. That's what you see this as? Did you know I died, brother, and I saw a truth? A witch and the crow, and it was glorious. Do you want to know what will happen to this world?
Well, I learned that the afterlife is a sham, and your loved ones come back as fucking lunatics.
As you are, how are you defending yourself? Are you like back against the wall? Are you like from side to side? How are you like preparing
He
yourself?
is poised. Just this, like, if anything, they just froze. And they are prone, unfortunately. Be that as it may.
As you are prone, looking about, it's quiet for a second. And you don't see it, but the camera pans from behind you as you see your brother kind of like almost climbing down with his luminescent green that outlines his body acting as his source light. And goes in your ear. I saw your death. As we cut away from that, Scovia, you are going down the hall. Find yourself in what looks to be an open atrium when you hear the roar of the engines that are sort of spewing out this water. And you hear an echo as well from a direction you cannot see. Well. If it isn't Scovia. Looks like you already bloodied yourself for the day, hmm?
How did you find out?
Well, clearly you look like you stepped on somebody's spaghetti.
Wait, do you not know whose blood this is?
Some poor innocent fool who wouldn't pay you gold.
Oh, you don't know how close you are, dear friend. No, it's someone that made the foolish mistake of asking me to spare you. Someone who I presume had a child. Someone who was too preoccupied with not being on the battlefield to leave their back exposed. To get backstabbed just like they did me. Someone who is so foolish. What, preoccupied with honor? With an empire? You know whose blood this is, hon.
What did you do?
I took my knife. And I stabbed your fucking sister in the back like you did me.
You see out the shadows. I'll fucking kill you! And immediately go towards you as that is about to happen. And then we get to Ajax. Ajax, you're able to... As you sort of... The plate of it sort of... It's still like very like adhesive, so you just cut really like a pipe out. But as you hold it in your hand, you see in the other corner... Dala. And you... smell them just in case they try some bullshit this time, and it is the same horrid stank of that coward.
Ajax, to their credit, moves slow and deliberately. I think they have one of the bomb in their hand that they just melted off the wall. I think they like give it a little toss and like catch it again. Looking for something, Thala? Ready to do this again?
I am ready to do this, but may I add a little bit of a challenge to satisfy both parties?
Speak now. It'll be your last chance.
No weapons. No magic, no big dragon form, just our fist, so I can feel every punch that goes into your face and the satisfaction I will get from choking the life out, for stealing my love from me.
Ajax tosses the bomb up, lets it kind of like fall onto the ground the last time. They turn. Did you think that I was ever going to get the satisfaction of not killing you with my bare hands? That it would be something you'd have to ask for? That I would kill you quickly? Is that what you thought that you would get from me? A quick death in fire?
I do not expect much from the dragon who has to fly to escape their problems.
And I do not expect much from the coward who pretends to be a bomb because they're so scared to face me. Again and again with the lies and the tricks. Whatever honor you thought you had, Thala, it dies here with you.
They axe embeds into the ground as it you see they move their shoulders to release the cape that they have on their body, just showing their physique as much as they can. and prepare themselves. Today, the dragon chokes on its own flame.
Sure. We'll see.
And with that, I think this is a good place to take a break before we get into combat here. So with that in mind, we'll be right back, folks. We're going to take a quick water break, grab snacks, and use our baño. So we'll be right back. We'll see you soon for our combat encounter. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, everyone. We're in it right now. So, as you can see, we got our battle map. Initiative is set, so I'm going to let you in on what's going on here. We got 4 bombs now. There's 5, but still really more 4 in commission right now. And there is a timer on these bad boys. These guys got about 5 turns of everybody going through once before they blow up and bad stuff happens. But, as you can see, we also have some nemesis here who are going to make their lives a little difficult. So with that in mind, let's get started and see what happens, starting off with Dala. Dala is going to go straight for you, Ajax, as they and immediately are going to try to grapple you in this instance. So I need an opposed strength check for you and them.
Heard. 22.
22, all right. Let's see. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. It's 11. They try to go in at this point. They do manage to get you and push you back a little bit. As you see, they almost like both arms push you back.
They let it
against the
happen.
pipe. But with that, you can see that they're not really getting a good grip on this at the moment, which I think really is going to be all their turn unless, double check. Not much. They're not going to use their bonus action right now. They don't really see a purpose to it. So with that, they try grappling you. Not too big of a succeed there. So that's the end of their turn. You do notice that on your bomb, it ticks as it begins to go down. But with that, it is your turn now.
All right, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chris. So you've gotten yourself into a situation here because now I don't even have to walk. Ajax kind of just lets Tala come to them and crash themselves against her body. Basically, they take a few steps back. That it. And I'm gonna come forward, grab the front of their chest, pull them in closer. I'm gonna head. First, I would like to rage.
Okay.
Bonus action rage. I'll bring. And I'm gonna head slam them with my head, and then I'm gonna do 1 punch into the gut.
All right. I'm
So
guessing
that's-
you're doing multi-attack, so...
Yep, that's correct. I also get to add my. I'm gonna reckless the first. I'm gonna reckless the first one.
Gotcha.
Okay, there we go. That is 17. Does a 21 hit?
A 21 does hit.
Okay, that's the first one. And then for the second one, oh god, okay, that was not as good. When I do reckless attack, does that count for all of my attacks on the turn?
I believe so, because then
Okay.
they get advantage for their time.
Okay. Does a unnatural 20 hit?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. So because I have body modifications because of my ancestry, the damage for my unarmed attacks, Chris, is 1d6 plus my strength.
Mm-hmm.
Plus my rage damage. So that'll be 25 points of damage.
Woo! With that, what are you doing? So you immediately get in, snarl at them, and as you do, you headbutt. They go reeling back. In this moment, you see a good opening, and with your fist, bow right in the liver. As you see, they immediately kind of spit comes out for a second as they try to regain their ground. That is your action. You have your movement, and if you have any bonus action, I leave up to you.
I used my bonus action to rage.
Okay,
so I think then Ajax just kind of rolls their shoulders. Nice warm up. Are you ready to start now? And they just bounce from. And I'll just use my movement to close the distance on them.
Fantastic. As that Duke camera pans over to you, Scovia, you're up first. As you see, in this moment, Hone comes coming out of the shadows, but with that, you're prepared or fast enough in this instant to do, almost in slow motion, as he comes out Batman style out of the smoke.
Yeah, want to stab him. Easy.
Fantastic.
As he's running towards me. And let's use the good. Let's use the good dagger, since he's in close.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Is there anything I need to do to be hot, sexy, cool, funky, fun, and fresh? No, I just dry roll. God tier cracked. I immediately forgot how to attack.
It's you roll, and then it is whatever the base is, so it should be dexterity plus your proficiency.
Let's go, dexterity. So 13 plus 5 plus, because that's dex, is 19 plus... Do I add proficiency to that?
So just the base roll, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the damage later
plus
on.
9.
First.
So 13 plus 9
yeah.
is...
I should be good. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
because you surpassed what he's got, so...
Thank God. All right, rolling with a D4 and D4 with some numbers because it's a dagger.
Rolling.
4 plus 2 is 6 plus sneak attack,
Ooh.
which is because I can do that because that's the thing I can do because I'm God tier cracked.
God tier. We've established this. You're God tier cracked.
Because I'm God tier cracked, Chris, and you have to respect that.
I do. I am.
How many sneak attacks? Thank God, that's a lot.
Thank God, maybe I can finish this quickly.
We got stuff to do, unfortunately.
I will say, you do notice that the bomb that you have, or... Oh, no, you don't see a bomb.
Not me.
Not yet. Yep.
Because I don't know where it is.
You don't know.
I told you what this was.
Rolling.
23 damage.
Fantastic. With that, you pull out the knife, trying to aim for his throat, as you see, trying to go through. But with that, he sees that he is not going to be able to react as much. So he uses his momentum or his energy to sort of push out the way, nick on his neck as he sort of slides down, shadow behind him. What did you do? Whose blood is that?
Do you really want me to say it, Holmes?
Say it out loud, you fucking traitor!
It's the second to last Caldwell's blood, you idiot.
You see the energy of shadows begins to pulse through his body. The iris of his eyes goes into almost a neon purple as you just hear an echo of, I'll fucking kill you!
Yeah, okay. And I,
going toward
bonus actions, hide.
Oh, fantastic. Roll that for me, please.
Let's hope I roll well. Oh, yeah. 19 plus 13 because our proficiency bonus has gone up.
Mm-hmm.
And I have expertise. So 32.
32. Fantastic. I don't think he's going to make it, but let's see. You never know. Don't joke. Don't laugh. I told you not to fucking laugh. I warned you.
That's fucked up. That's how the
As he gets a nat 20.
A nat 20, and I got a 19 on the dice.
I told you not to laugh.
This is
With
bullshit.
that, he sees where you're going, and as you try to hide into the shadows, you feel something grab you almost by like the shoulder, yanking you out into the light. And with that, he goes, "Your time is now." He's going to make 3 attacks on you. Don't worry, that wasn't his attack.
Have that.
Because he's an assassin. He's assassinating.
3? What assassin do you know that can do 3 attacks?
This one in the Tales of the Valiant book.
Oh no. Some of those are bad.
19 to hit and 22 to hit.
Yeah, those 2 will hit.
Okay, so you're taking 9 and
anything about that?
You're taking 30 points of damage.
It's too many.
So it's a combined of piercing and poison. So I don't think you have anything.
What's the highest one? What was the highest?
The highest is 21.
Like damage wise.
Yeah, 21 is the damage.
Oh, okay, I'm halving that.
Fantastic. So with that, you see this big one coming in. So in that case, that should be 20 in total, if I'm
Cool.
mistaken.
That's much more doable.
So with that, you see the dagger comes out, poison the blade, slices through one section, throws another one from his cloak that comes out of nowhere towards you. And he goes, "You want to fucking hide? I'll show you how you fucking hide." And he's going to use his bonus action to hide.
That's so funny. Rogue fights are silly.
Rogue fights are silly. Oh, I got to roll.
Oh, he's a weirdo.
He's
He's in hidden step. This is fascinating.
How the hell does he have 3 attacks? And where can I get 3?
How
Oh,
do
I
you
got
do
excited.
So he gets a 17 as he dissipates into the shadow. So if you want to find him, perception that way, or you just wait till he attacks. So it's up to you. But with that, end of your term as your bomb goes down 1. Taika, you are up next. As you see your brother is behind you.
So, I was told I can't play anymore. I really enjoyed my time tonight. No, I am gonna try to get this bomb out the way. You know, shake things up a little bit, and maybe not die.
So you're not going to attack, or you're just going to dodge at this moment?
Yes.
I don't think you have to roll. They'll just have disadvantage attacking you, unless there's something you specifically want to do. So if you just use your dodge action and run.
The bomb. I want to go ahead and get that
Okay.
out of the way.
All right, so I'll give you the dodge, so you can dodge as like a bonus just for now. But in terms of getting the bomb out the way, how are you doing that? Are you just going to grab it, or are you going to try to cut sips, and try to do it?
Yeah,
really quickly?
yeah. I am trying to dislodge, find the right cables.
Are cables
Dodging
are
and cutting, weaving.
my question, you still cutting is for my knowledge here? Is it a matter of are you yanking it or are you cutting it?
Cutting.
Cutting? Okay, so this is going to be a tools check here. So Tinker Tools check.
All right.
Plus proficiency.
Thank you. I'm kidding. It's a 19.
Nice.
Fantastic. So with that snip, 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 at this moment you see the bomb begins to boom, 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 go down. It's still volatile, but at this moment it is out of play as it's not connected to the timer. So you have 2 bombs, specifically in your possession. You have both of the bombs at the moment. This one, though, bigger, though, as it's kind of more like a football size, so...
Gotcha. Well, I gave the other one to Ajax, so...
Oh, okay, so never mind. So then you just have this football-sized bomb in your hand.
In my hand?
In your hand. Yes, it is in your hand.
Can I possibly detonate it and, treat it like a grenade at my freak-ass brother?
I would say next turn, because you're dodging at the moment, unless you want to forgo the dodge and throw a bomb at him.
I'm feeling lucky. I'll give it a shot, yeah.
Give it a shot? Make an attack roll, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, goodness.
I'm guessing you're throwing it?
Yeah.
So this would be dexterity, but you can add your proficiency. It's technology. I throw my iPad at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw my iPad at him.
Whoa, iPad be upon ye.
iPad be upon you.
That is if I can read this die, a 16.
A 16. Let's see if that hits him. I thought this was him. That's weird. You're just a shy short.
Wait, you've been failing a lot today. You could get some +1 with your luck points, eh? The luck points, eh? Hey, this is a group effort, Chris. You can't traumatize us now.
You have your things. You can't you add a +1 with one
It
of them?
technically happens when combat happens, so technically it hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
So that you would get one from
This isn't combat?
This is combat. You get it now, but you've already failed the
okay.
fact you can't spend it after you failed.
Oh,
Wait!
alright.
Haven't you failed already enough? No. Wait.
Actually, no,
You
you've been-
fail like I do.
Wait.
So you can take a look and use that for later on. So you do grab that, but you try throwing it. You see, throw it in his direction, but with that, he is almost like on servos, very much like very fluid in his motions, that he's able to sort of maneuver his body in a way like a mannequin, and grabs it and goes, "You know nothing, brother of the future. Let me show you." As he is preparing to do the same thing to you, as you see he begins to reconnecting wires, almost as like these tiny little hands come out and fusing it in nature. He's not going to use any of his attacks, but he is going to throw it in your direction. So let's see what he gets.
Not the
here.
bomb hot potato.
I will say he does suck at deck, so this is kind of fucking funny.
Hey, family.
He has
roll.
a -1, so it seems very dumb for
Family.
him to do this. Let's see what he gets. Is a 17 hit?
Yeah.
All right, so these are going to be like fireball, so but acidic damage. You are going to take my good sir. How do my D6 is that? No, that's a D8. I need D6. Let's see that. 21 points of acidic damage. Where are you at right now? I know you're pretty
said-
low. Right?
You said 26?
Sorry, 21. 21. My
21?
bad. Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm so okay right now.
I will say, to make things a little fun for me, because I like doing that. You do know soldiers do come in and kind of go, "Are you all right? Holy crap! What is that?" So you do have some backup that does come here as they kind of pull up, providing you a bit of a shield. But you do notice the acid splashes on you, hits one of the nearby turbines, and with that you see water begin to flood in. Over time, water is going to keep going up, 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 from the bottom down. So for my lowest people here, you, Scovia, you are starting to notice that it's becoming to get wet as you see water is beginning to rise at this moment. As this place is kind of filling up, so your fight is going to have to get vertical in a moment. But with that in mind, timer goes down. At the moment, you have taken care of technically 2 bombs. So with that, the other ones are still on play, so you can take one more out if you don't want this to be a full-blown disaster. But in that moment, we're going back top of the round to Thala. Thala this time is not going to take any chances. They are just going to straight up punch you in the face. So with that in mind, oh boy, that's a nat 1.
Oh yeah.
And then a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
So 14 points of damage. As you see, they take their fist. You feel some sort of cold energy come from it, and with it, they punch you in your abdomen as you feel this almost frostbite begin to pushing you back for a moment. But as they try to put their other fist towards you, you're able to catch it with your arm before they're able to do anything else. In terms of that, I think seeing you catch it, they're going to use their bonus action to move their feet and blast wind off of it so they can just back away from anything happening. So they go about 30 feet. You can still catch up, but they don't want to get immediately sideswiped by whatever happens here. Yeah.
Does that happen to, as they're blasting away from me, does that happen to induce a, God, what's it called when you advantage on moving away?
Disengage.
Are they disengaging? Or are they like, do I get a, I forget what it's called. I haven't played D&D in 10,000 years.
It
When
is
they move away-
disengaging.
Opportunity
So
attack.
opportunity of attack. I will say though, from this, you do have to make a con
That
save of
one.
16.
Okay.
Because they are pushing this air, so you're getting the brunt of this. So I need a con save real quick.
All right.
If you succeed it, you can. If you don't, then you're
Nat
not gonna be able to.
17 on the dice.
Nat
so-
17? Okay, so
yep.
you can't get an opportunity of attack as they're trying to push away, but you're able to sort of keep your body at a certain temp that the frost doesn't affect you as much.
It like cracks off in the steam a little bit.
All right. You're going to die here, you pathetic scum. Giving up to your turn.
Ajax has been surprisingly quiet this entire time. And I think like the frost goes out over their body, like rhymes over them, and then they just kind of like flex and crack it off. You know what's nice about this, Thala? And they're just walking forward toward Thala now. You know what's nice about this? It really feels like I have the opportunity to kill you twice. And you know what? I need to thank you for that. And they're coming in with again, 2 more multi-attack, baby! Okay. Okay. The first one is a unnatural 20, and then the second one is a believe an 18.
Fantastic. I believe both of those hit. I will say, as you're attacking, you can roll your damage. You are fighting each other, pushing. At this point, you see that you guys get into one of the nearby open tops at this moment. As you see, like, you're on one of, like, the ramparts of, like, you know how an industrial plant has those ramparts. As you two are fighting at the moment on this sort of very bouncy thing. And I think down below, like, maybe a good 100 to 120 feet below, you see Scovia right now trying to fight a shadow in this moment as water is filling up, as you're on like the top part of this.
Nice. That's fun. All right, that's gonna be, it's 2 attacks. 26 points of damage.
Woo-wee.
Both those attack.
With that, where are you punching him by chance? Where were you laying down the ground here, the groundwork?
Ajax, like, it's like fully in it. They're an entire soldier. So wherever Thala has been liking to punch from, whatever arm they favor, Ajax is hitting like the joint there, and then like the pressure point 1 to like hopefully get Thala to stagger back, and then they're coming in on the other side, like right up into the jaw.
I think at this was Scover, you just hear like almost like thunder in the air as you just hear the speed of these punches being traded from the top. But with that in mind, believe it or not, it is your turn next. As your bomb in your hand, Ajax goes another one down. Muted there, Scovia.
Muted. There we go. I think Scovia notices, takes a minute, hears that, and then gets an idea, closes her eyes to kind of like sense where Hone is.
Mm-hmm.
And because I get advantage on perception checks, a natural 20.
Oh, look at them. You just tit for tat with this man. So with that,
I've got a fun idea.
Okay, all right, lay it to me.
So, because of how not D&D works and turn order goes, I want to run towards Hone, sprint past him, and bait an opportunity attack.
Fantastic. You see very much, he has like cloak and dagger. He's just very much using shadows as like portals to rip through in and out of space, controlling it. And with that, you go through. You see he begins to sort of stretch himself from one of the nearby shadows, preparing his attack at the moment, leaving you open to attack him.
No, I want the opportunity attack to happen first. I want to run past, technically. Like, run past.
But do you want him to attack you?
I do want him to attack me.
Okay, so he's going to attack you, so you're good with that?
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm afraid he's going to do it, because he's going to take this shot. I'm just a little scared. Let's see. He's just going to roll 1, because that's all he's got. Ew, oh boy. I do not think that hits. That is nope, that's a 9. No, I'm sorry, a 10. I don't think a 10 is hitting.
Absolutely not.
So with that, goes wide as he tries to throw one of his nearby bolts in your directions, but just misses you.
Yes, and because rogues are like that, I basically run. I'm going to act like we're next to a wall. Mm-hmm. He's hiding by a wall. I run past him to bait the opportunity attack, run up the wall to turn around and stab him because he can't use his reaction now. And I want to stab this fucker with a sneak attack.
Smart motherfucker.
That was good, Zoe. That was really good. That was a good play. That was a sexy play, I have to say.
You dog. You bait him. You got me monologuing.
Yeah. I jump up and I say, "Don't get too hungry." And 15 plus whatever
15
9.
15
yeah,
is
like
his
plus.
AC, so you're good. So.
Oh, yeah, I'm stabbing him.
Okay.
And that is a D4 plus sneak attack.
All right, let's get it.
Ooh, another 4 plus 2 is 6, and then I roll 5 D6.
Damn.
Fucking you got me monologuing. He's like, yes, I will attack from the shadows.
Oh, that's a sexy amount.
I can't wait to hear this number. If it's not 69, I'm disappointed.
21.
21, not bad at all. With that, you see, get close to almost slashing his eye, but he's very fast in this moment and participating as you get around the region as he's sort of bleeding through the eye, forcing him at the shadows at this point as he sort of kind of almost like barreled out of the shadows onto the ground before he kind of picks himself back up. That's your action at the moment. So what are you doing? Action movement. You got a bonus action left.
Bonus action. Might as well hide again.
Okay. He's gonna do.
She is laughing, panting.
Do you have
Hungry.
multi-attack?
No. As
No,
a
rogues
rogue, I
don't.
Get one.
Damn.
Except for this guy.
But Chris is evil.
Hey, Tales of the Valiant.
Tales of the... That's fucked up and you know it.
Assassin block. CR8.
That is going to be a... Math is hard. 16 plus 13.
16 plus 13, that's 19.
Yes.
So with that, you go into the shadows. At this point, he's got to see if he can find you first as he's sort of looking around. I can't believe you did that. That's cruel even by your standards.
Hone, baby, you know exactly what kind of person I am. You've always known. So answer me the question. Why you thought it was a good fucking idea to betray me, of all people.
He
I
tries
would
to
have followed you, Hone. I would have joined you. You know I don't give a fuck about the Empire.
You see, he tries to throw a dagger in a direction where you're kind of running past. This is going to think on the roll. It gets a 12. You see, he kind of goes, it was the only way that our family could be free from the nonsense of all this. They wanted you, and the rest of us could live. We weren't winning a war. And clearly, we should have killed you when we had the chance.
That's what you're thinking? Hone, you know better. Freedom under the thumb of an empire isn't fucking freedom. We both know that.
You see, he kind of pants around looking. Then fucking come on, then! Hit me with your big shot, Scovia!
And I am playing with him, creeping in his shadows. You were never better than me, Hone. Let that be a lesson before you fucking die.
Fantastic. Another goes on a bomb that you cannot see at the moment. With that, Taika, in this instance, you have this asset on you. You do notice that you're able to... You see that your brother's not going to be able to attack you this turn. As you see, there's a number of soldiers in the way that he has to just clear out. Almost like a free barrier, if you will, as these men try to go and attack your brother. So what are you doing in this moment? As you get kind of a turn here to do anything before he gets back at you.
That would be great. I would like to shoot my... If I can find my goddamn bow. Yes, I would like to go politely.
Politely.
Oh, I just saw it. I don't know why. I'm keep rolling past it.
I'll describe as you're rolling that, getting your bearings here. You do notice that these guys, about 4 of them, all right, together! And they beseech to try to use their blades at the moment to try to slice through. Somebody does have a gun on their side, tries to shoot, pings off. Your brother, like a Terminator, the green layers. As you see, he walks past lights, and you see that his energy flux so much that it breaks and shatters, leaving only him really as the source light. grabs one of the nearby guys, who just crushes their head, throwing him into the nearby corner, forms his hand into like a blade, and just goes to another as he's just terminating these guys right now. So what are you getting here?
Well, I tried to roll the light crossbow, and it just showed the picture of a light crossbow, so I guess I'm just gonna go look for the actual thing.
A light crossbow should be a D6 if I am not mistaken.
Alright. Jeez Louise, that was funny. Also with the induce spell, magic missile, so that
Fantastic.
combination. Let's see. Ooh. These dice hate me. That is an 8. Doesn't matter. Does the magic missile still hit?
Magic missile. I think they hit regardless. If I'm not mistaken. Or you roll to attack. I'm trying to remember rules in my mind. I think they.
Yeah.
They don't miss.
Magic missile auto hits, I believe, unless you have
I believe
shield.
Yeah. So he doesn't have shield at the moment, so I think they auto hit. So you can roll your magic missile.
Okay. Jeez Louise. And then that D4? Roll 3 of
Yes.
those. Alright.
For my question
So
here, for movement wise, are you going towards the group because you can't hear them fighting, or are you just running in a direction that you think is safe?
A direction I think is safe.
Okay. I'll give you those options when you're done here.
Ugh. That is 9 points of damage.
Fantastic. With that, hey, every shot counts. As you do 9 points of damage, you kind of come off the side. Pew, pew. You see it lodges in, does some damage, but then you see the gears inside kind of fling it out. One of the nearby soldiers gets hit with the ricochet of it. And with that, your brother goes, "Is that the best you can do?" In this moment, you got 3 ways. First way, as I said before, is where everybody else, you can kind of hear where they're fighting. It's kind of where maybe the energy room, or kind of where the main engines are, that is kind of flooding at the moment. Right of you, you see, is the lake itself, sort of where it's just the whole ice there. Maybe you can walk on it, maybe not. You can see. Especially might be hard for your brother to try to catch you, since he's made of fail metal, so... Shot there. The other one is just straight off, like the water running off into the depth. So it's very much just like the cliff edge of it. So you got either towards the ice, cliff edge, or where everybody is in the engine kind of room.
I will take my chances with the ice.
Fantastic. So with that, moving you up here, you begin to go onto the ice. You run, get to the doorstep of it, and you see the ice, almost like putting a foot on it, kind of gives that you have to be careful stepping on here. Fantastic. So we'll deal with all that messiness. At this point, your brother's just going to catch up and use his action to deal with the men in the way. One of the nearby soldiers tries rushing up. "Wait for me!" And you see a harpoon just grab onto him and yank him into the darkness. And then following suit, your brother coming from behind. With that in mind, running out of time, as you are 2 more turns away from these bombs going off. There is still, if I'm not mistaken, one more ish in play, because Ajax, you do have your bomb, but it's not off yet, so you do have that. I will say, just because of the way you're moving as you're fighting and whatnot, in one of the nearby like choke holds you put Dala in before they're able to release, you do see on the far side there is a bomb that's kind of maybe about 40 feet away from you, though there's no clear walkway to it. You will have to jump, but the other one you don't see at the moment. So fantastic. So you can keep that knowledge there. Dala's going to go up at this point. I think they are going to try to manhandle you again and attempt to throw you off the side here at least. So I'm going to need a strength check from you, please, as we do a contested roll.
Now that I'm raging, I have advantage on strength attacks. This is a bad idea for you, Chris, I have to say. And there it is, baby. That's my nat 20 of the night.
Nat 20. Okay, wait. They may have a shot. They may have a chance. I don't know why I rolled twice. Oh, I guess they do get twice. Okay. Nope. I guess in this moment, they try to push you against the sort of back of it, like, back against the sort of bar there, trying their best to push you, but they're not able to do much, and they go, why won't you just go down?
Let's count. Is it my turn now?
Let me see if they can do anything else.
Because I have an idea for that little nat 20, if you'll indulge me.
Please do. I will say they are not really doing much because they've kind of wasted their turn trying to, again, grapple you. It's not working. They're learning from their lesson at this point. But what do you want to do here? What vanilla sauce are we doing?
With that nat 20, Ajax is gonna let Tala come in real close. And push so they're both teetering on the edge of the top of this thing here. And I think Ajax kind of wraps their arm around Tala's waist and then pivots so that they flip positions so that they are holding Tala up over the open air. And it's just so that Tala would have to hold on to them in order to not fall. And
Fantastic.
Ajax, if I may, start there.
Yeah. So with that, at this moment, you whip it around. You see, you hit them so hard into the pipe that it goes falling off. Scovia, you have to dodge out the way for a moment as you see this shit is now falling from the sky. As they you see that they rip it so hard that even the platform that you're on, Ajax, part of it begins to dent a little bit, while the rest of it just goes boom, 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 closing off that entranceway. They're holding on to you, so you are grappled, but from your perspective, not theirs. So if you're gonna, let's see what you do next as they're holding on to you at the moment.
This has been fun. I'll give you that. It's been nice to feel something, you know? Even if it is hatred for you, for everything you've done. But you know what all of this has taught me? Is that people like you, cowards. You'll never outlive me. Do you want to know the best thing about being a dragon, Tala? It's not the fire. Honestly, it's not even the power. It's the freedom. Because I can fly. And you can't. That bomb that Ajax has been holding on to, they're going to take it with their... So they're holding Tala one arm. They're going to take the bomb, stuff it into Tala's chest, onto them, and then let go. And drop both Tala and the bomb off the edge of the...
I'm going to need one more strength contest.
Okay. Athletics or strength?
Athletics.
Okay.
I'm going to say just strength, actually, because this isn't necessarily that you're trying to shove with much force as you can in here.
All right. I shit you not, another natural 20.
Fuck me, another fucking 13.
I shit you not, that was... Whoa!
You're supposed to be the bad guy. You the nemesis.
I am the bad guy.
God damn it. With that, you see there's nails on this thing that sort of embedded in. You replace the steel with flesh as it... And at a certain point, you just rip whatever you can think of as it begins to sort of bubblate and formulate. And as you hold them, what are you doing before they drop?
Let this be a lesson to you. Tala, let this be a lesson to the world. Your love will never save you. And they drop them.
As you see falling down about midway through the bump, as you see, it touches every crevice, bone, marrow, blood vessel, and begins to eat them from the inside out before crashing into the water into just sloop that just continues to go down as their very essence has become acidic. Thala's out at the moment as they get blown to smithereens. With that, I'm gonna say we're gonna let that moment ride for a moment. With that, Scovia, you're up next. As you see Thala down, honed very much in the corner, you do notice the water is probably up to his waist at the moment, and even you hiding at the moment or sort of dodging a bit, the water is getting up to maybe about your knee.
Ooh, okay. So I'm assuming Hone's not hiding because he was looking for me.
Yes, you kind of distracted him with that reaction moment, so he wasn't really able to hide.
Yeah. So I'm going to do it again, but this time, granted, because he like might catch on, I'm gonna taunt the fuck out of him, and I'm gonna say, so I cleanly walk out of the shadows, not even attempting to hide because I want him to attack me. So what was the kid's name? Shall I send a letter every year to let them know who did it? Shall I leave some flowers at your tombstone?
Shut your goddamn mouth!
And as he does that, I run towards him again, and I'm basically trying to run past him to provoke the opportunity attack. And again, I'm letting him hit me.
All right. He's going to do something a little finagly if he does hit, but he's got to hit first. So let's see what he is able to get in.
If you're gonna run to the fire, you gotta get ready. You gotta be ready to be burned.
Yeah, you're in the kitchen, boy. You're in the kitchen, boy. Let's see. As I am trying to pull up his stats, I'll just roll his stuff. That should be. Come on, teach these fuckers us. Yes!
Ooh, nice.
All right. So what I'm gonna need from you, Scovia, just because of the way his blades work here,
Woof.
I'm going to need a. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, I took a risk.
Con save for me, please. If you fail, something bad is gonna happen.
Oh, fuck no. Con save.
Con
Gonna
save.
do a con save. Come along, take my hands. My dice don't fail me today. Okay, that's not bad. What is my addition to this? Am I Connie? That's not. That's not what I meant.
Well.
But, 17.
Oh, you're right. You're in the clear, so you don't get the condition that comes as you do feel poison trying to seep into your veins. Would be very bad, but you do take damage from his dagger at this point, taking 14 points here.
How about I use my uncanny dodge ability to half that?
I will say his turn is next, so we're gonna lock
Yeah,
in because once you use it,
I won't use it then. I'll take 14. 14's not bad.
Okay. So with that 14, you try taunting. He is getting wise. He goes, not this fucking time. Slices what looks like to be one of your legs as you see water and your blood start to mix into it, giving this dark hue. May is going to make your stuffs a little bit difficult, I think, at this point, as he's able to snip it a bit. So I will say disadvantage.
After this.
We'll see. So what are you doing in this moment?
He slices at my leg. I wince at the pain, knowing that I asked for this. I grab him by the hand, and I think it's time. I am going to stab him with the sexy, cool, pitch black obsidian knife given to me by my new bestie, Mira. And I got an 18 plus some numbers because it's going to hit.
Yes, that does hit.
And I'm not even going to attempt to roll damage because my goal here, my assumption is that he... Actually, I will roll damage because I have a feeling I'm going to... I don't know how much health he has.
Okay. He's getting close to a quarter, you know? I mean, not a quarter, a half. My bad.
That's enough. $20 damage.
Fantastic.
That he cannot dodge from. And and I'm gonna stab him right in the collarbone.
At this point, kind of arm goes limp. He still switches his hand to the other blade, very determined, rage in his eyes as the shadows react with his anger. We gave you everything. So what? We fucking betrayed you. That doesn't mean we didn't love you, Scovia.
That's the problem, Hone. I loved you so much. I loved you both so much. That's why it hurt so fucking bad when you threw me away like trash.
You think you would trust then? I'll show you what we do with trash. He's gonna get ready for his turn. Brett, is there anything else you're doing before
I
he
am
goes?
going to use the dagger's ability to kill Hone here and now.
Read it right
He
quick.
has to make a DC 15 I think it's a DC 15. He has to make a DC, if I'm not mistaken, I'll let you know if it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
DC 15 con save to avoid death if he has less than 100 hit points.
All right, he's gonna roll here. Let's see. Come on, big boy. You got a +2. Come on, we can do. Oh wait, it's a save. Oh shit. It shouldn't matter. I think it's still +2. Okay, so that's
Let
a
me see,
19.
Is there
Let me
anything
know.
that I can do to this?
Not sure. Even
I don't lose the charge, so I can do it again next time.
Yeah, you can do it again, but I don't think anything happens at this point as he manages to save.
I'll say for flavor,
Mhm.
I stab this knife and almost like poison seeping into her veins, a blackness goes up Scovia's forearm as she stabbed this inside of Hone's neck, as she attempts something that she doesn't quite understand. And that poison, that death seeps into up her neck, and her eyes begin to I'll say one of her eyes is changing. She has no idea she doesn't notice this is happening, but Hone sees it.
Yeah, I think at this point, since you two are close and with knives at this point, turn straight up Resident Evil 4 as it's just a knife fight in between as you're each trying to out-winter soldier each other at this moment. Blade, going, dropping, trying whatever you can at the moment. As this water is surrounding you, both at like almost like your stomach area now as the water keeps going up. In this moment, he's going to do his attacks.
Oh man,
So-
why does he have 3 of those? You know how fucked up that is.
Hey, assassin.
That's not how that works.
That's not how our class works.
Let's go.
I got
None of those hit, Chris.
Oh wow! You lucky! You just cling, 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 as this knife is going off, giving off this energy. With that, not gonna really be. It's not gonna hide. He's just full on wants blood at this moment.
100%. It is.
It's just knife on knife as you just push each other back, and at this point begin to just trail one another in this water. With that, at the moment, we go back to you, Taika. Taika, the ice is in front of you. You are on it, but haven't walked it, and you do notice that it is thin ice. So in terms of like, you can walk in it for a little bit, but you gotta be careful. So what are you doing in this instance here?
I'm walking on thin ice. Wow, it's like a pun or something.
But bumps.
Like he is like walking backwards on the ice, keeping like their gaze forward, kind of looking, hoping that maybe this was all illusion. Maybe all the brother guilt is just up in his psyche, but they're waiting for him.
Going back, you see your brother begins to just. I'm gonna see if he is smart enough to even pay attention to where he's going. Let's see what this bad boy gets. I'm gonna make an intelligence saving throw. Save, buddy. With a 2, he just. As he gets onto the first piece of ice, second piece of ice, I will say at this moment, he's not dropping yet, but he's provided the prime conditions for you to either crack it or do something in this nature. If you want to find a way here to crack it, this is your best chance. As he's just approaching, you know nothing of what oblivion awaits for you. For all of us, brother.
Doc, I'm so sorry. Everything I did, I just pushed you out in front and hid, and I'm sorry, and I guess in a way I'm thankful. I didn't expect to be the last Honorin, and yet here we are. I'm going to miss you, or maybe I won't. And I would like to use my Ring of the Ram to break the ice.
You sly bastard, you. What does the Ring of the Ram do for the audience at home?
Let's see. This ring has 3 charges and gains 1 D3 expanded charges daily at dawn. While wearing the ring, you can use an action to expend 1 of its 3 charges to make a ranged spell attack against 1 creature or object that isn't being carried within 60 feet of you. The ring produces a spectral ram's head and makes an attack roll with +7 bonus. On a hit, for each charge you spend, the target takes 2d10 force damage and is pushed away 5 feet from you. But I'm doing that on the ice.
I'm gonna give you a little gamble here, because we like gambling on this channel, right? A little gambling.
Oh, God.
Either you can do this straight, and if it misses, you get another 2 shots, or use all 3 charges and you get advantage.
Now what? I can't say no to a gamble like that.
It's
That
just a
sounds like
gamble, you know what I
me.
mean?
know
You
it
lay it on the
sounds
ground.
like there.
So you begin
boy.
supercharging. That's the moment you see your brother arm transforming as you see just energy of his as he points at you from like up from above, you pointing from him to below. Give me a roll here.
Oh boy, y'all know this die
And you
hates me.
do have, you can add +1 to whatever you do because you do have luck.
Gotcha. So that'll be a +5. So that first roll is, I can do math. That is a 21, or a 21 or a 17. I think I'll take the 21.
Armor class 17. So either way. How do you end your brother's life here as he looks with no emotion on his face, preparing to kill you?
It's perfect. I think with the thank you, he slams the ring down in preparation, and the horn just endues and slams into the ice. But if I could possibly do a second thing, as like the force of the bridge or the ice bridge collapses and the body sinks into icy oblivion, Taika would like to grab Daka's head and let the weight pretty much remove the head from the shoulders.
With that, begins to sink almost for a moment, but with that you grab onto him. Brother. As the oil just comes off and you see the rest of his body kind of before it begins to sink into the ground, slowly into the abyss of its waters, with its lights flickering to and off, as Daka is no more. I will say, just for expediency's sake, what is you should be good to go for the rest of this, Taika, as you're outside finding your way to soft ground. At this moment, Ajax, what are you doing as you see Scovia right now is having a knife fight downstairs as this water is getting up to their chest. They're gonna have to start swimming soon.
Ajax just kind of looks over, but then looks at the bomb that they still see. Ajax doesn't know how many there are, so I'm gonna make that jump over to the bomb.
I will say, another tick, this is your last turn to do anything about it before it blows.
In my face, sure. Okay, sounds good. Should I make a roll to jump over there, or can I make it pretty easy?
I will say, again, for speedy's sake, you can jump over. That's not the difficult part for you. As you see the Scovia jumping like the Hulk, crashing onto the nearby side as they get on there.
All right, I tried this once. I have a weird idea.
Okay. So we live for here. What do we got?
My two ideas are melt it with fire or melt it with itself using the smaller bomb.
So melt it with fire or smelt it with the smaller. Well, what?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. So you're trying to either compact it together or just melt it. I leave it up to you. You don't know what two bombs interacting with each other will do, even though the size is different.
Yeah, I really don't know what two bombs will do. So I am instead, I think I'm gonna melt it.
Negative and a negative equals a positive. That's what you learned in class.
Ajax is like, I can't do enough math, and Taika's over on the ice, so I'm gonna melt this thing the only way I know how, with fire.
Fantastic. What did I make you roll last time? It was investigation or intelligence?
I'm not being careful this time. I'm trying to melt the entire bomb.
If you're being aggressive with it, I'll give you advantage, but if you fail, it's gonna be a big fail. It's gonna blow up in my face. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll let
that's
you.
Okay.
I'll let you take that decision there.
What am I gonna roll? Investigation still?
I'll give you athletics if you are just not giving a fuck.
Yeah, not giving a fuck. They're melting it.
Okay.
Okay. I do have. I don't have advantage on athletics checks. I have advantage on strength checks. Okay, a 9 plus 9, 10, 18. 9 plus 9.
As you do, you notice that you turn this sort of green liquid inside purple just from the heat as you think you are doing chemistry and turning this into a completely different kind of volatile substance of which you have no idea what you're creating. But as you do, you see it kind of goes off, but it is beeping and is about to go off. This thing is going to do something, but it's not going to be doing the thing that has been happening. You've kind of heated it to a point that it is a different kind of substance, to which you don't know what will happen.
All right. Ajax sees that it's still beeping. It's like beeping in a worse, the noise is worse now, and it's about to go off, so I think she takes a moment, looks over the edge at where Tala had fallen, and then they just kind of like, all right, I don't want to be right here when it blows up, and they're gonna let themselves go and like jump off the top of the bridge, and they're coming down, 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 and then around them their two like huge wings pull out of their back. Because I have a flying speed of 30, Chris.
Fantastic. As you just see a team drop to the bottom there, your bomb boop, 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 blows up, but instead of acid, you see this thick smoke kind of, and Scovia, without you having to roll anything, you've known this cell before. The smell that once happened upon your home, when the people who were stuck outside breathed in its fume. It's just poisonous gas, and if you get even a whiff of this, you are going paralyzed. You get 2 whiffs, you're dead. And it is traveling downward.
Towards me?
Towards anybody that's down here.
Who's down here?
You just noticed Ajax dropped in the water. And also you're knife fighting a Hone who still doesn't know what's going on. Doesn't care,
because he could die here. I have a feeling that he's weak enough to die in one hit, or like with one appropriate stab.
You see, but you do have this thing. It's gonna come next turn, as it's sort of very fast and it's spreading at this moment.
I don't think Hone's gonna stop fighting right now, so I think like Hone gets a nick on me as I back up. You are my...
Say it.
No.
With your fucking chest.
Shut up. And then she looks up in hopes that Hone looks up too.
Nope.
That's fine.
Dead at you.
Well, what I was gonna say was you were my first friend, Hone. And I sure will miss you when either of us is gone. But this needs to end, or I'm gonna die here. And I'm not too keen on that.
So which is it gonna be then? Is it gonna be Savoie, the Familiar, the dynasty killer, or Savoie, the drowned?
It's gonna be Savoie the Mournful. And I'm going to run towards him, all abandoned, to just stab him one more good time in the hopes that he fucking dies.
Die! Die!
What is shit's 15?
Yes.
Yeah, I roll a 16 on a dice. That's fine.
Your goal?
My goal here, I'll stab him. I'll do the damage because it never hurts. Oh, I dropped the dice.
Dropping dice, dropping dice.
3 plus 2 is 5, plus a bunch of d6s is 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So whatever, 20. So 20 more damage.
Yeah, right? He's
And I
still
want
at
him-
that half mark, so he's
And
gonna
I
have
want
to
him
roll
to make
this
that save because I need him to die, or else I'm gonna die.
game. You said con, right?
Con,
All right,
please
let's
roll
see.
below a 15, Chris. I need him to die.
What do you want from him? If he wants to live, he wants to live.
Chris!
He's living!
Come on!
Live! Live! That says life. Live! With that, you are cut him at this point. You notice that he is really much, if he does get another hit, he should be just done from the amount of damage he's taken. But you see eyes bleeding, arm limp, body motioning as he's trying to find his way up to ground onto a rock. You think your pretty fucking knife is going to end the last of the cold wells, then you got another thing coming, Savoie.
So he's away from me.
I would say you're kind of apart, yeah.
That's fine. I think I begin backing up because I don't actually know what's going on with my terrain. I think both me and Savoie have been fully absorbed in killing Hone. So am I at a platform?
You're more along, like, maybe holding, like, think of a water tower. You're like one of the legs, I think, at this point.
Got it.
Sorry.
And Ajax is below me.
In the water. So they fully went into the water.
But do I see Ajax?
Yeah.
I get on the edge of this water tower, bleeding, injured, but far more mobile than Hone. As the gas is coming down. You're right. I am not lucky enough to kill 2 Caldwells today. But no, Hone. I loved you so dearly. And what is murder, if not a facet of love? And I'm gonna jump.
I think in this moment he's gonna get one more hit to see if he does anything.
Look, I don't want to die from my trauma smoke. He can
Gotcha.
stab me if he wants.
Gonna make an attack here. Just one. I don't think I want to do this.
Yeah.
Because he kind of logs up what looks like to be a crossbow of him as he uses the last of his poison.
You rolled that to die. You know what? It's fine.
He tries aiming. Goes wide as it just hits your cloak, not your part of yourself. As you sort of have that cloak you've always had on you, hits into it, you losing it as you jump, and at this point are able to climb up. At this point, Ajax, your head is above the water. You see Savoie is like breaking out, not attacking Hone for some reason, as you see this gas that is slowly coming down.
I would like to scream down to Ajax. Hey, big guy.
They look up at you.
We gotta get out of here. Think you can fly me out?
Ajax disappears under the water. In about 3.5 seconds, you're gonna have a dragon. And you know that.
Savoie, exhaustedly, tiredly, free falls.
without having to roll anything, you grab, going out, you hear, you fucking coward! Why did you come back here and finish what you started?
And I just point at the smoke. See you in the afterlife, buddy. We'll both be in hell.
As he tries to back away, at this moment, you guys are running out in this point here. And with that, as he backs into a corner before, what are you going to say, Ajax?
Ajax is coming out of the water to catch Skovia as a dragon. And then they're gonna grab Taika and we're getting the fuck out of here.
Fantastic. As you all begin to grab each and every one of your members, Hone, in a sort of sad squalor, begins to try to find his way up. He sees a ladder, tries to climb, but is too weak at this moment. Darkness begins to overcome the area. The water that is around begins to break certain machines that begin to... And as the last light goes off, we just hear... As the rest of you... As the bomb does go off, you hear a boom. A section of it begins to sort of almost plume its way out, but it is not enough to destroy the dam. And all of you get on the snow. Each one of you has claimed your vengeance for the day, though some feel better than others. But you're alive. And how do you feel after killing this person that has wronged you? Personally, intimately, and in a way that even with their death has scarred you for life. Ajax.
Ajax doesn't feel the emotion in a human way. Not in a way that a person does. They feel it in the way that a dragon does. As I think they land some distance away, far, far away from the cloud of death and far away from the dam itself. And it erupts, the feeling that's not a feeling that they could feel, erupts out of their chest as a roar. A dragon's roar so loud that carries so much weight that says intrinsically everything that they feel. It's tinged with an edge of sorrow to kill the liar. And it's tinged with rage because it still doesn't feel like enough. But it's loud. And it's loud enough that they want the Dragon Queen and the Winter Storm and Rhea in the stars to hear, so that all of them know exactly what Ajax has done today.
Skovia, how about you?
It's ugly. It's a crude cry with face in the snow and fists pounding at the ground because she doesn't feel better. And he knew that. Killing those two was never going to make him feel better. Because all Skovia does is run and hide. She's so tired of hiding. She's so tired of running. Crying into the snow. That first kill, it was raw. It had all the emotion that came with the first betrayal, that betrayal that they all had. That satisfied the feeling. But the second kill? Her first friend? That clarity. It came in halfway through. She was fighting so recklessly because she wanted to die there. And the only thing that brought a sense of life was smelling the smoke that killed so many before. So she ran. And that is going to haunt Scovia.
Taika?
Words like kill and death are final. And what Taika has in its hands, it's not death, but life in a new form. It's a beginning. These are the same hands that cradled the same face, just a bit differently, and they plan to take advantage of this rebirth.
And as you all wallow in your pain, the Emperor comes close, not saying any words, but there is a comfort in their eyes and a warmth about their presence that acts as a mother looking on to their children. Sorry for your pain, and I am here if you need me. You see they have done their part, and the rest of the Imperial fleet has passed through escaping. And once again, the city of Coldwell's Pass lies in flame. Once again, you find yourselves at the precipice of destruction of a home you thought you once had. Is it fate, destiny, or curse? It doesn't fucking matter. It is war. And it's time you stop losing. And that is where we shall end it for today. Yay! Drama! With that, everyone, thank you for joining us for another thrilling episode of the Stewards War. Before I do the plugs right quick shout out again, because I almost missed it, for our sponsors. First up, Tales of the Valiant. Hashtag TOV in the chat if you want to check out all this cool system here, their expansion, and their Kickstarter coming up for their second Monster Vault. Love of these monsters that you saw giving these guys a headache are from their vault, and as you can see, they're sticks in the mud if you can roll better than me. Also, the lovely map maker who's provided our lovely seas, Checky Piku. I have a bunch of scenes, maps, and tokens that you can now use, so !map if you want to go check out all those good stuff there and their tokens that they got coming up. With that, it is now time for the plugs in reverse order here. So with that, Taika, Vin, plugs, where they can find you and all that sweet stuff.
Okay, guys. Big question here. Is fratricide wrong? If you think so, let me know at vinvox.com. That's my blue sky, or vinvoxv8 in the socials. I think it depends. Cain and Abel, you know, it just sets off. It's the precedent for something else. I'm done talking. So what do you guys think?
I think it's me. Fratricide is probably wrong. I'll be the brave one and say it, but not when we do it. So I'll both hand. If you like what I do, then you'll love what I do. Where people put me, I don't know. Find me on Blue Sky or Radical Zone. I don't do much. If you saw my tweet today, I've sworn off starting new projects for my own good, but that doesn't mean that I can't join other projects. So if you know something and want me to play a bi-gender evil woman, hey, that's me. I played Scovia, who is the saddest woman alive because everyone else she loves is dead. GG, too easy. Passing it to our Ajax.
I mean, I am right here. Speaking of fratricide, though, if we're talking about it, I think that fratricide sits in the same place as punching someone in the top surgery scar, which it's only bad if somebody does it to me. I can do it to other people. So I have been your Ajax Raspi, who uses all pronouns, who is a dragon. Oh my god, hope that they don't keep losing parts of what makes them a person in the pursuit of vengeance and monstrosity. Haha, wouldn't that suck? Anyway, if you liked what I did here tonight, you'll like what I do other places, because I just get really excited about fighting. You can find me all the time on Transplanar RPG every Saturday at 8 p.m. US Eastern Time with the Chaos Protocol. I play Artemis, and I'm also the producer, and I'm doing the music in the background. Come this week for Apartment Living, Sims Edition, and also Vampires. And also this, it's normal. It's gonna be totally fine. The Bloodbath, Assassins, Vampires. It's fun. So catch us over there. And I'm in a variety of different other projects that you can find me on C Plays RPG. I rambled through that one, and I'm going to pass it over to Chris.
Hello, everyone. Your resident trauma man here. With that in mind, you can catch me more on Blue Sky than Twitter these days. At @VRCologne or VO_Cologne on Twitter. In terms of what we got going on, the Doomstairs should still be good for the next coming Sundays, because they're not on any holidays. But we will be taking a break here, as we just finished our second act, because next Wednesday is Christmas, and the Wednesday after that is New Year's Eve. So we're going to take a break and prep for the finale, or the Act 3 of this, as we see what happens to our lovely stewards. So Sundays is Doomstairs, so we get to go catch that good stuff to not leave you hanging. But with that in mind, we thank you for staying with us and watching another thrilling episode of the Stewards War, and we can't wait for the new year to see how does this war end. Until then, everyone, have a lovely night. Bye-bye.